Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Litany of Catholic Martyrs for May 14th. The Church, in her infinite wisdom, deemed it fitting and proper that each day Catholics remember those who offered the ultimate sacrifice for Christ and His bride, the Holy Catholic Church. So let us honor these men and women with the words of Father John Hardon from the Society of Jesus, as he says, "Never in the history of the papacy has any bishop of Rome written at greater length about martyrdom than Pope St. John Paul II. In his encyclical, The Gospel of Life, devotes 1,000 or more words to the call to martyrdom in our age. He reminds us that the revelation from the Old Testament to the New, and from the time of Christ to the present day, is the history of martyrdom as a witness to the truth. He names Susanna, who refused to consent to lechery and was ready to die to preserve her chastity. He spoke of John the Baptist, who was beheaded by King Herod because he condemned the adulterous marriage of the king. But he especially identifies Jesus Christ as the King of martyrs, who died on the cross as a witness to the truth, which he was sent to proclaim to the world. So, the history of courageous practice and profession of the truth has gone on for 20 centuries of Christianity. We commonly speak of the first 300 years of the Christian era as the age of martyrs. Certainly tens of thousands of believing Christians laid down their lives rather than compromise their Christian faith and morality to the pagan culture in which they lived. Every single pope up to the 4th century died a martyr's death. So far from crushing Christianity or destroying the church founded by Christ, martyrdom actually contributed to the growth of a Christian civilization. The phrase, sanguis martyrum est semen Christianorum, the blood of martyrs is the seed of Christians, was not some pious aphorism. It was a literal fact of history. The more blood was shed by Christians in dying for their faith, the more Christianity expanded throughout what had been a pagan world. So now, in union with this holy undertaking and with these thoughts of Father Hardon, we offer these special insights from the recent essay of Pope Emeritus Benedict XVI. And he says, "It is very important to oppose the lies and half-truths of the devil with the whole truth. Yes, there is sin in the church and evil. But even today there is the Holy Church, which is indestructible. Today there are many people who humbly believe, suffer, and love, in whom the real God, the loving God, shows himself to us. Today God also has his witnesses, martyrs, in the world. We just have to be vigilant in order to see and hear them." The word martyr is taken from procedural law. In the trial against the devil, Jesus Christ is the first and actual witness for God, the first martyr, who has since been followed by countless others. Today's church is more than ever a church of the martyrs, and thus a witness to the living God. If we look around and listen with an attentive heart, we can find witnesses everywhere today, especially among ordinary people, but also in the high ranks of the church, who stand up for God with their life and suffering. It is an inertia of the heart that leads us to not wish to recognize them. One of the great and essential tasks of our evangelization is, as far as we can, to establish habitats of faith, and above all, to find and recognize them. So today, the following is a list of those who offered the greatest sacrifice to the church through their blood and love of the faith. The birthday of the holy martyr Boniface, who suffered at Tarsus in Cilicia under Diocletian and Maximian. His body was subsequently carried to Rome and buried on the Latin road. In France, St. Pontius, martyr, having by his preaching and his zeal converted to the faith of Christ the two Caesars, Philip, he obtained the palm of martyrdom under the emperors Valerian and Gallienus. In Syria, the holy martyrs Victor and Corona, under the emperor Antoninus. Victor was subjected to various horrible torments by the judge Sebastian, as Corona, the wife of a certain soldier, was proclaiming him happy for his fortitude in his sufferings. She saw 2 crowns falling from heaven, one for Victor and the other for herself. She related this to all present and was torn to shreds between 2 trees. Victor was beheaded. In Sardinia, the holy martyrs Justa, Justina, and Herodina. At Rome, Pope St. Pascal, who took up from the crypts many bodies of the holy martyrs and placed them honorably in various churches. At Ferentino in Tuscany, the holy bishop Boniface, who was renowned from his childhood for holiness and miracles, and is related by the blessed Pope Gregory. At Naples, in Campania, St. Pomponius, bishop. And finally, in Egypt, St. Pachomius, an abbot, who erected many monasteries in that country and wrote the monastic rule which was dictated to him by an angel. Let's remember these great men and women throughout the day today as they offered the holy and living sacrifice of their blood. Let us realize that we too are called to this type of martyrdom, to live each and every day as faithful Catholics. Thank you so much for listening. Have a good day and God bless you.